Hey everyone, this is Tom Mann, Water Dragon Martial Arts. I'm your lead instructor, and today we're going to learn about stretching. I know, boring. No, stretching is one of the most important things. I think it's the most important thing we do. If you don't stretch, you're going to use it or lose it. And believe me, I'm 60 years old. I've been stretching for 43 years. Actually, more than that because of like high school baseball and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you, I got a lot of friends that didn't use it, and they can't even touch their toes, right? So we're going to learn about stretching today. What I'm going to do is just do my normal stretch. I'm going to walk you through it, talk to you a little bit while we do it. So let's just get started. On your butts. We're going to be on our butts. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay out like this, right leg out. Left leg is going to be bent like this so that we don't harm our knee. Now, if you were an old person like me, you may remember the old hurdler stretch, where they put you like this. Now look what that does to the knee. That bends that knee and all those ligaments and the patella tendons and all that in an awkward position. Now if you're young, that's fantastic. If you're old like me, not so bueno. So what we do is go like this. Now first thing I want you to do is just take your hand and stick it on your shin. You may not even feel the stretch, right? But you go down for as far as you can, because we don't just reach out there, because that hamstring that you're stretching out, which is the back of the leg, back of your thigh, it may not be ready for just like dynamic jump into the stretch. So I always start like this, even though I'm pretty stretched, right? I just kind of start and I roll back and forth a little bit. It gives me a little bit of blood running through there, because what we're doing in a stretch is getting blood and chemicals and enzymes, those sorts of things rolling through the leg. The leg's going to expand. This is for all the muscles, by the way. And you get all this blood and stuff going on, and it stretches the muscle and expands the muscle. Okay, so here we are. I got on my shin here. I'm feeling pretty good right now. See, I'm pulling my toes back. Pull my toes back. It'll feel a little bit more of a stretch. And by the way, if you're looking at my toes, I know that I look like I can swoop down and grab a fish out of the river. That's 43 years of martial arts and some arthritis and things, so don't pay any attention to them. They're not the prettiest things in the world, so hopefully you don't have a foot fetish or something weird like that, because my feet are pretty banged up. So here I am, I'm stretching them up, and now I grab the bottom of the foot. Now this is where I start to do a little bit of a bounce here. Kind of get that stretch. I definitely feel it in my calf. I feel it behind my kneecap. I feel it behind my leg, my hamstrings. And what I want to do is hold this. You get to a place where you have this stretch and you hold it. And then what happens is, as the blood and all that's kind of going through there and you feel the stretch, you're like, oh, that sound hurts. There comes a point where it releases a little bit. And then when it releases a little bit, you pull down even further, right? And your objective is to put your chest on your thigh or your nose on your knee. So here I am on my foot. I'm getting a good stretch here. Oh, feels pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm going to have a good workout today. Definitely feeling it though, right? And so I'm pushing down. I feel good. I'm pushing down farther, right? Here I go. But there comes a point where there's only so far I can go. And so what I want to do is take my opposite hand and stick it there. As you can see, when I did my oppo hand, I could touch my forehead to my knee. Got that leg going. Now, one more thing we can do. We can lift our leg in the air if you're really stretched. Right? You feel that? I feel that. Woo-wee! That feels pretty good. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Now, there's another thing you can do, and I brought you a band. This is a band. You can do a band stretch. You stick it around your foot like this, and just pull down. Just pull down. That feels pretty darn nice. Now you need that hamstring stretch because you're going to throw kicks. If you throw a linear kick, it stretches the hamstring. If you throw a circular kick, it stretches the hamstring. If this hamstring isn't stretched, you are not going to be able to throw with any kind of authority, certainly no height. And you're going to strain it, and you're going to hobble around a little bit for a while. So once we get that right leg done, we switch to the left. We do the exact same thing. So here I am on the shin, right? I'm bouncing back and forth. Now I will warn you, there's always one leg that's better than the other leg. Just the way it works. Always one leg better than the other leg. So for me, I think I've torn my hamstring about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, what it was, and it's never healed right. So this leg takes a little bit longer because it's just not as healthy as my right leg. So I take it slow. I just kind of do this bounce thing from my shin. I definitely feel it in the hamstring. Now, rule of thumb is 30-second hold, a 30-second hold. And if you watch other videos of people stretching, they'll have that little clock, 30 seconds. Those are really good. And I'll give you maybe a link to one of the ones we use in our dojo that we watch from YouTube, that they do a stretch, and it's pretty good. I actually feel pretty good today. So I'm going to go right here, like I told you. Here I go. Oh, baby, do I feel that one? Ah, the back of my leg. Oh, my goodness. I got to get some blood going. Get some blood. Enzymes, chemicals. Let's go. Let's go. I need some relief. Not feeling that. I'm not feeling that release yet. I'm not feeling, remember, this is my bad leg. I'm not feeling a release. So I'm just going to let it do its thing here. All righty. Okay. Oh, boy. That is going to be... that's going to be a bear today, but that's okay. We just stretch it out. You know, the rule of thumb is you do the best you can. You give 100% of what you have every day. And 100% may look different every day. 100% may be, wow, you're pretty awesome. But 100% may be, you know, I'm just doing the best I can today. So this left leg, it's not cooperating the way I want it to, but that's okay. So now I take this opposite hand, remember, opposite hand here, and I try to put my head on my knee. Now this leg is so bad that this is about as far as I can go right now. Two hands. All right. That's not bad for an old man, but I sure wish I could get my hamstring fixed so I can do that. But I think I'm a lost cause on that hamstring. I think it's just where it's going to be. My band, once again, around my foot. All right. And I pull down. Oh, Nelly. I feel that one. Yee-hee. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Now, if it hurts, good. It's supposed to hurt. What you want to know is the difference between pain and being harmed, right? So if I just have pain in the hamstring, but it's not pulling, it's not snapping, it's not doing anything, that's just pain. I need to let it ride out. I need to let the pain do its thing. And so, goodness gracious, that hurts. But it's good for me. Pain is weakness leaving the body, folks. Let's go. All right, hamstrings. Now, next thing we do is butterfly. You probably remember this from school. Put your feet together. I leave them out at first a little bit. And what you're trying to do is get your knees as far down as you possibly can, right? Now, it's called a butterfly because we do this butterfly wing kind of movement. And this is just to loosen up. Now, what you're stretching here, obviously, is the groin, but you have hip flexors. Hip flexors. And the hip flexors are really the piece that you're really trying to get loose here. So I move it in a little bit. Oh, I can feel that right in this place right here. Bend to my hips. See, I'm still doing my butterfly, trying to fly away. A little bit closer. Oh, what you're trying to do is you get closer. Don't lift your legs up because you're cheating. Keep your legs down. Oh, yeah, that's going to feel good. That's the puppy. Oh, goodness gracious. And then when you're feeling a little looser, see, I don't want to go through this too fast, even though you might be bored, because this is my stretch. I'm getting ready to work out today. I got karate today. I'm teaching people. So I need to get my stretch in. And I'm definitely feeling this today, so that's good. And so what I want to do then is, instead of pulling this in, what you can do, I pull my butt up into my heels. That's what they're called, heels. And as you can see, I try not to move my knees, keep them in the same position. And try to get that good stretch. Now, like I told you in the introduction video, we are not these superhuman Taekwondo guys that can lift our leg, hold them in the air, all kind of stuff. I cannot do the splits. I can't do the Chinese splits. I can't do the regular splits. But this is good. And there's another exercise we'll do in a minute, or a stretch that you'll see that it also helps with that kind of stretch. All right, now put them out straight. Kind of loosen them up. Now do this here. Just keep blood flowing. Just kind of keep the blood flowing. And this next one is a little bit more difficult. There's two ways to do it depending on how your body works. Remember we used to sit like this? They call this crisscross applesauce nowadays. In my day, we call it sitting Indian style. Depends on your age. This is a weird one. So I want you to take your left leg, bend it here. See how it's bent like your crisscross applesauce? And I want to take your right leg, right leg here. Left leg goes on top. And this goes here. Now, this is very awkward for a big person. If you've got bigger legs, you're stronger, you're kind of stocky, or just a stout dude. What you do is this stretch. You grab here, you pull that in, right? But this one, if you're able to, it really stretches some different things. So what we do is, if we can sit like this, we come over the knee that is on top, and we bend over the top of the knee. Now, I'm getting a pull all the way through my sacroiliac joint, my hip abductor, a little bit of the glute, right? Oh man, that feels good. Now what we do, which is the tricky part, is we rotate it. And now I feel it back here on my other leg, in the kind of the quad, the glute, which is your buttocks. Over here, I'm stretching it. Oh, I feel it in my low back. Oh, baby. Oh, that's good. Now, when you find a spot that's like stretched, like, oh my goodness, that needs to stretch, just hold it there. Hold it there 30 seconds, right? And so you stretch this way. Oh my goodness, this is so nice today. Oh, stretching is so fun. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. And you go back and forth. Oh, that's good. And then we do the other leg. Left leg down. Crisscross applesauce, so I'm not politically incorrect. Foot on top. This here on the foot. And then I'm bending over that knee. Oh, yeah. Put my nose right on my knee, right? I feel it all through my leg. Here we go. I got a little spot now on my hamstring that's pulling. So I'm leaving it there for half a second. Pull through, and put my head down and get a better stretch. All right, I go back and forth. Whee! That was fun. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna be on the back. Oh, just like this, slide it down. And we're gonna rotate our arms. Oh, that feels good. Now we're gonna do this weird one. We're gonna take our leg, put it up like this. This is my left leg. I just have it bent as if it's coming back toward my chest. I'm gonna try to keep my left shoulder down on the floor. Left shoulder on the floor. Left knee up. Left knee is gonna go right. My left shoulder is gonna stay down. And I am gonna twist my back. This is that sacroiliac joint, the spine, all sorts of things. And then, see how far I can go? It's not so good. So I take my opposite hand and I pull it down because I'm a masochist. Let's go. Oh, that feels like pain. It's so good. Oh, as John Mellencamp would say, it hurts so good. Okay, I feel it. And then what I do is I bring it back up and then I let this thing fall the other way to open my hips, right? Not a bad stretch. I'm going to do it the other leg. Doesn't take very long. This time my right leg is up. Right shoulder is down. It goes over here. I feel it. I have a bad sacroiliac joint there. Sacroiliac joint's right that spot where your hip and back meet. Take my left hand, pull that down. Oh, baby. Let's go. And then I hold it because I got a little bit of a stretch going on right here. Gluteus maximus into the back. Keep that shoulder down. So bueno. All right, remember that butterfly we did? We can do it from this position too. And it hurts. This one is a good one from the down position. Just get that a little bit more stretched, right? All right, the next one I call the chair sit. So you ever sat in a chair and you're like this? That's what we're going to do. We're going to be on our back. And we're just going to sit like we're sitting in a chair. Just like this, right? The difference is we're going to take this leg, not the bent one, but the brace leg. We're going to pull back. And that gets you right here. Oh, goodness, does it ever. It gets you right there in the gluteus maximus. Your tuchus is going to burn, baby. And that stretches that one out. Woo-wee. Hold that a little bit because it hurts. All right. Other leg. Chair sit. Pull back. Pull back with this leg. Oh, this one's a little better. Not so bad. Not so bad. Okay. Feels so good. I'm starting to loosen up. Starting to feel it. Next one. Our backs, the spine's a really interesting interesting piece of equipment we have. We have to roll it. You got to roll the spine to kind of loosen it up a little bit. So what I do on a back roll is I'm on my back and I roll to my shoulders, stick my feet in the air and roll it back. It's not flat up, flat up. It's a roll back. So I get that bend of the spine. Oh, I feel it. Ah, so perfect, so perfect. All right, now, from that, we go to upward facing dog. Now, the rule of thumb on this is you're not supposed to be on your knees. You're supposed to be off your knees, on your toes, drop your hips. I go on my knees because I've got a bad back. And so I want to make sure that as I'm dropping my hips, and I got my head up, now low back, L, 1, 2, 3, 4, S1, 5, all that kind of stuff. You're feeling that. Don't do it very long. If you want to roll your hips back and forth because you're really stretched, go ahead and roll your hips back and forth. I don't particularly like that today. And then there's this, I think they call it the baby position or stretch or something like that. What you do, keep your hands exactly where they are. Roll back into your hand or your butt, and then stretch those arms. Roll back even further. Baby pose. Yeah, that's what we call it. So I got the baby pose done. Feeling pretty good. Now, got to move my band because the next thing I'm going to do on my personal stretch, I'm going to stick my leg out here. So I got on one knee. I take this leg and I stretch it out. This is a serious groin stretch right here. This takes this whole muscle right here and stretches it out. Now watch my foot. I've got it kind of bent here. And I can bend over it this way. But I'm really just trying to get this stretched out, right? It's a little sore today. It's good for me. Builds character, right? All right, so then what I do is I take it from this position to the up position, just to get a little stretch. Back down to that side position. Bring it back in. We do the other leg, right? Because we always do both legs. Now I'm doing my right leg. Right, there we go. Again, here. Now, as you're probably noticing, my right leg is a lot better than my left leg in terms of stretch. This doesn't hurt so much because it's a lot more stretch. My left leg's kind of, it's kind of broken. So then I roll up, and then I roll back. All right, now, there's one called the frog. The frog is a weird one. You kind of get down to this position. See how I spread my knees? I take my knees from this position, spread them through. I'm keeping my feet together at first, and I'm going to roll back into my hips a little bit. Those are your hip abductor, hip flexors. They can hurt or not hurt. And then you kind of just roll forward with your hips, and you try to push your hips down to the floor, which is painful. And you can either keep your feet in together, or you can stick them out like a froggy. Oh. Now the down position here stretches everything good, but you can also do it in the up position as if you're having a like a push-up in the frog position. Very painful, very good for you. All right. Woo. Now what about our calves? On one knee, out here. Pull back your toes, pull back your toes, pull back your toes. Yeah, and then the other leg, pull back those toes. All right. Now there's one leg muscle group we haven't done. These big thighs, these big quadriceps. So this is going to be a weird stretch. A lot of people get confused, so watch what I'm doing. One knee up, one knee down. Hand of the knee that's up grabs the foot of the leg that's down. This is your brace hand. I put the brace hand down, I go back here, I grab that foot, and I pull forward. This will stretch that quadricep pretty good. Yep. Oh, baby. All right. Now switch. One knee down, one knee up, end of the knee that's up, it's going to grab my down foot, brace hand, grab it, and pull. Woo-wee! That's a good one. All right. Now, that is just a static stretch. You're just kind of doing it from the ground. Once I get up, I do a couple things. Shake my legs out. I want that blood flowing through there. I want it to feel like I'm loose. But then I do a leg lift. And what I do is I do one at my belly, one at my chest, and then I try to get to my nose level. So I go really slow. One here, right? One here, one there. I do the same with the left leg. Now remember, my left leg is not so good. So here, here, and here. Roll those hips, back and forth. Shoulders, you can do a shoulder grab here like this. Everyone knows this one. Oh, baby. All right, that is my normal stretch. Now, there are extensive stretches we can do. We'll learn that later. There's some more band stretches we can do, some really exotic type stuff. Wall stretches where I take the leg up to the wall. We'll get to that. But right now, this is your basic stretch. I want you to think about doing this every day. I know. You can't do it every day, every other day. Because again, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Now don't think that at the beginning of this, you got to be able to hold your foot out in the air. You don't. Even if you're just down here, great. Just start. Because you got to build up to a stretch. And then once you have that stretch, realize you got to keep doing it or you'll lose it. And so, I've had fun with you today. I hope you've had fun stretching with me as I get ready for my karate workout. We'll see you again next time.